My wife lowered her voice before she left the kitchen, and that was the first thing that made me stop chewing. Erin stood by the refrigerator with her phone tight to her ear, checking my face. Then she smiled at my sister and said, "It's just my mom. I'll be right back." She walked into the hallway and pulled the pocket door almost shut. Almost. The old baby monitor behind the shoe bench was still plugged in from my nephew's visit, so when Erin whispered, I heard her. "No, don't tell him until Saturday," she said. Then she paused. "Once he signs, the house won't be his problem anymore." My fork stopped halfway to my mouth. Then Erin said, "He'll be mad for a few days, but he always calms down when everybody piles on him." I was 38 years old, sitting in my own kitchen in Cincinnati, Ohio, listening to my wife plan how my family would corner me. I didn't move. I just turned the baby monitor down and looked at that hallway like my house had become a trap. When Erin came back, she touched my shoulder and asked, "Everything okay?" I said, "Yeah." That was the first lie I gave her back. Saturday was supposed to be a birthday lunch for her father. When I walked into her parents' dining room, there was no cake, no candles, and no birthday card. There were 12 people waiting, including my brother Tyler, my sister Hannah, Erin's parents, and a notary from a real estate office downtown. The notary was the detail that made my mouth go dry. Erin stood at the head of the table. "Logan," she said, "we need to have a calm conversation. Anytime someone starts with calm, they already decided you are the problem." Her mother Linda slid a blue-clipped packet toward the empty chair. "This is just a family property arrangement," she said. I asked, "What property?" Erin's father leaned back. "The Maple Ridge house, the one you keep treating like a shrine." There it was. My father had left me that little brick house after 29 years of night shift work, and people who never fixed one broken porch step were deciding what I should do with it. I said, "My father left that house to me." Erin moved fast. "And we've been married 6 years, she said. "You keep acting like I don't exist." The room started looking at me like my grief was the problem. I picked up the packet. Authorization, quitclaim deed, my name typed under a signature line. I looked at Erin. "You told them I agreed to this." She looked around the table. "You did agree," she said softly. "You just get scared when paperwork becomes real." That sentence made me look unstable without her raising her voice. Tyler asked, "Did you agree or not?" I wanted to tell them about the call, but I had no recording, no proof, and I knew how it would sound. So I said the only thing I could prove. "I never agreed to sign this." Linda laughed once. "Then why did Erin already schedule the notary?" That was when I realized they did not need the truth. They needed me tired enough to sign. I put the packet down and walked out. They called it childish. Erin called after me, "This is exactly what I mean." That night, Erin did not come home. She texted from her mother's house. "You embarrassed me in front of everyone." Then another message came. "If you don't fix this by Monday, we need to discuss separate accounts and access to Maple Ridge." Access. That word made me drive to my father's house at 11:40 that night. I punched my code into the lockbox. Red light. I tried again. Red light. Then my neighbor, Mrs. Alvarez, opened her front door and said, "Logan, your wife was here Thursday with 2 men measuring the side windows." For the first time, I felt stupid instead of angry. They had been inside the plan before I even heard the call. Monday morning, I went to the county recorder's office. I thought somebody behind the counter would stop it. The clerk typed the parcel number, then shook her head. "Nothing has been recorded yet," she said. "Until something is submitted, there is nothing here to reject." That was my first failed move. Then the clerk said, "You can request recent access paperwork tied to the parcel." 10 minutes later, she handed me a property access authorization. It had Erin's signature on it. Not mine. But under owner approval, my name was typed in clean letters. There was also a note attached. Husband approved verbally. I called the real estate office from my truck. A manager named Paul came on the line. "Your wife told us you were unavailable but approved access," he said. I asked, "Did she give you a signed authorization from me?" He hesitated. Then he said, "She sent a voice clip." My stomach went cold. Paul emailed it after I proved my identity. It was my voice. 5 seconds of it. Do what you need to do. That was all. But I knew where it came from. 3 months earlier, Aaron had texted me about a leaking upstairs sink. I had replied with a voice message from work. I found the full message in my phone. Do what you need to do about the sink, but don't touch Maple Ridge paperwork without me there. I sat in that truck holding my phone so hard my fingers hurt. That was when I stopped explaining myself to people who had already voted against me. I started building a room they could not talk over. I asked Mrs. Alvarez to write down what she saw. I asked Paul to close the access file and confirm why in writing. I called Andrew, the notary from Saturday, and asked one question. Were you told I requested that signing? He went quiet. Then he said, I was told you were ready. By Thursday, Erin was confident again. She texted me like she was scheduling an employee review. Saturday, 2 p.m., Mom's house. Bring your ID. Be ready to apologize. I wrote back, I'll be there. When I walked into that dining room the second time, the same people were waiting. Same table, same blue binder clip, same faces, ready to watch me be corrected. Erin smiled when she saw me. That was how I knew she still thought she had the room. She started before I sat down. Before we go anywhere, she said, Logan needs to admit he scared everyone last week. Tyler looked at me. Man, just say you overreacted. That landed harder than I wanted it to. My own brother had known me 38 years, and one soft sentence from Erin had almost rewritten me. I sat down anyway. Linda folded her hands. No speeches, she said. Just accountability. I said, good, let's do accountability. Then I placed my phone, 3 printed pages, and 1 written statement on the table. Erin's smile twitched. I pointed to the first page. This is the access authorization used to get people into Maple Ridge. Then I pointed to the second. This is the note saying I approved verbally. Erin cut in. You did approve. You always forget what you say when you're upset. The room leaned again. For 1 second, it almost worked. Then I played the 5-second clip she sent Paul. My own voice filled the dining room. Do what you need to do. Linda lifted both hands. There, he said it. I nodded. That's what you wanted them to hear. Then I played the full message. Do what you need to do about the sink, but don't touch Maple Ridge paperwork without me there. The room went so quiet I could hear the refrigerator in the next room. Hannah whispered, Erin. Erin looked at my phone like it had betrayed her. I said, you clipped my voice and used it to get access to my father's house. She shook her head. I was trying to move things forward. I pointed to Mrs. Alvarez's statement. You brought 2 men there Thursday. Dale's face changed. You went inside the house? Erin did not answer fast enough. That was answer enough. Then I read Andrew's statement out loud. Mr. Reed did not request notarization through me, did not sign any transfer document in my presence, and left before any signing occurred. Tyler stared at the deed packet. For the first time, he looked embarrassed by where he was sitting. Linda tried to recover. None of this proves what you claim you heard on that call. I looked at her. I never said you were on the call. Nobody missed it. Hannah covered her mouth. Linda's face drained before Erin could save her. I turned to Erin. I heard you say, once he signs, the house won't be his problem anymore. Erin whispered, you were listening? I said, no. You were careless in my house. Then I slid one final page across the table. It was a written notice removing Erin, Linda, and anyone acting through them from access to Maple Ridge. No office, contractor, notary, or family member had permission to use my name, voice, or marriage as approval. Paul had already confirmed the access file was closed. The lockbox had been removed that morning. Erin looked around the room. This time, nobody protected her. I said, say it clearly. Her eyes filled. Logan, don't do this in front of everyone. I said, you started it in front of everyone. Dale looked at his daughter. Answer him. Aaron swallowed. I'm sorry. I asked, for what? She looked at the packet. For telling them you agreed when you didn't. I waited. Her voice got smaller. And for using your voice message like it was permission. I waited one more second. And for changing access to your father's house. That apology did not fix my marriage. It did not bring my father back. But it made the truth stand there longer than her version of me. I stood up and picked up my phone. Nobody called me dramatic. Nobody told me to calm down. Erin cried, but I did not move toward her. 6 years of marriage made that hard. Hannah walked me to the driveway and said, I should have asked more questions. I said, me too. I had let silence look like agreement. I had let people mistake patience for permission. I drove to Maple Ridge before I went home. The lockbox was gone. The porch light was on. When I got back to my kitchen, the baby monitor was still on the counter. I unplugged it and put it in the drawer. Not because I needed to hear less, because I had finally listened enough. I didn't save my marriage that day. I saved the part of myself that stopped signing for peace.
Uh, Let me know what you think about this video. How is it? Do let me know in the comment section. I will read every comment. And thank you so much for watching this. Take care. Bye bye.